Good morning. I just woke up. And I'm back. Hi. Okay, so this is real quick. I was doing some study with about planets and religion and quantum physics. And the reason why I decided to do this is because when I started doing quantum physics and as they started explaining the split of the atom, it just reminded me of a story in the Bible. And it kind of went hand in hand. And I'm like, huh. So I started doing research yesterday about the Bible and religion and stars and planets and the human body and the brain. And for some reason, I feel like now I believe in God. God is almighty 100%. Let's just make that clear right now. God is my ace in the hole. Period. I've always, as I can remember, had a problem with religion because it confused me. One says this, one says that, one says this, one says that. You already know. Now, the one that I picked, I didn't pick for the religion. I just picked for the people because the people there actually do love each other. So, I don't go to the church like I should go to church, but I love hanging out with them because they're great people. The only thing is the religion kills me. It's hard for me to believe any religion. And when I mean religion, I mean like religion. It could be, I just don't believe it. It's hard for me to believe religion. Religion is hard for me to grasp. And it's always been that way. That's how I've always been. But God is my everything. So I just want to make that clear right now. I know I'm a logical thinker, and I know I go out there sometimes. Oh, well, that's just who I am. I don't care. I'm not trying to please anybody. I'm just trying to make these videos so I could, show my child where we are and where we're going. But at the same time, I have to understand, why is it that way? Why is it that our emotions and our feelings are so connected with the universe? Basically, we already know that. We watched The Secret. We've watched that. You're watching me. And everything I've learned is not mine. I've just learned it out there. But there's some people that be talking crap, and I've been doing this for 10 years. So I ran into, and there's a lot of quantum physics instructors out there. But I've got a handful of them that I like. So what I think I'm going to start doing, well, as I'm manifesting health and wealth and all that, I'm going to start doing some research on stars, universe, scriptures in the Bible. And if I could find those scriptures and if they match hand in hand with the human body, then I need to reread that Bible. And I need to look at it in a different way. It's like we have... I hate doing this. I should try to get up one day and do my hair and try to be cute and be on camera. But I'm just trying to keep it as real as possible. This is what I look like when I wake up. This is me. This is me. Anyways, I think the Bible stories. Okay, so as I'm learning, words and numbers and letters were designed for us. And I know you know that everything was done with very patient skill. Everything that was named and everything that was like, when they say Matthew, there's an actual meaning to Matthew. Oars, light. And I mean, I could go on and how you break it down from Latin, and you have to break it down from English, and how the French and the Italians put it. The way they explain it makes perfect sense to me. I'm like, okay, and I don't know why. I mean, like I said, I've been in church, I've been doing all kinds of stuff, but with religion and God is like I said, God, I love God. The thing is, we were lied to in school, okay? And I don't know about you, but I do believe sometimes, and I'm not marking them, I'm with you guys, but sometimes I believe that the politicians don't tell us the truth. And I think we all know that. But, hey, Maybe somebody is telling the truth in the politics. I don't like talking about politics because I don't follow politics. I just don't. It's confusing to me. One that says this, one says that, one says this. And, you know, whatever president we got people that hate him, we got people that love him. So what? We have a goofy ass president, but you know, I'm not gonna take his intelligence away. We can talk shit about him all day long, but he's president of the United States. I didn't vote for him. I don't agree with him, but he's still human, and he's the president of the United States. So obviously he's doing something right. So I'm thinking to myself, what did he know that I don't know? How did he use whatever we didn't use to become president of the United States? Okay, come on. He's president of the United States. Hello? There's something going on here that we don't know. Come on. There's evidence. So, you know, and I remember doing some research on Cleopatra back in the day when I was younger. And I remember Cleopatra used to be like, she loved to read. And she knew how to tap into that inner source. That's Jesus talked about heavens within inside us. Look it up in the Bible. It's in the Bible. Close your eyes, go within, heaven inside with us. I never understood that. But after watching this quantum physics teacher explaining stuff in quantum physics, I decided that I'm going to really pay attention to how this really works. Well, I'm really actually going to try to break it down and put it on YouTube. I thought about it last night, but the main thing I wanted to talk to you about what I've learned yesterday from one of our you know, it's hard for me to look at myself in the mirror in the morning, and I have to be on video because I said I was going to do this one video a day, maybe two, but definitely one. Okay, so basically, did you know that we're minerally deficient and that the food we eat really isn't all that great for us, and the food that we buy at the store really isn't all that great for us? What I've been doing some studies, so I'm basically going to cleanse my body and see what happens from there. I'm going to do, I have been doing this vitamin drink, and I put it on YouTube, and I do that every morning. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do alkaline food and alkaline waters. And then I'm going to look for some minerals to cleanse my body. Because apparently what I've learned is there's a way where we could connect our lower being to our higher being and make the two as one. But in order to do that, your body has to be cleansed. And I don't think it's going to be that hard to cleanse. It's just a change in my life. I'm like, okay, now I got to do this. But as I did the research on the cleansing, it's actually really good for you. And I am 50, so I figured, okay, let's try it. Let's try it. There's some things that are like, okay, well, but I'm going to try it. It's called EgyptianHealing.com. You could go on that line and look and see what you like, and if it works, great. If it doesn't, that's fine too. But who knows? I am going to open up a store here. I'm learning how to make money online, and I'm watching these videos too. But there are kids teaching this, and I'm like, what do you mean? But I have to think because the kids understand the kids, and that's why they're flying. As an adult listening to this child, I'm like, ugh, what are you talking about? But I re-listened to the video again and again. So I am eventually going to open up a store. I am eventually going to, you know, I don't know, maybe I'll start with Shopify. That's probably what I'm going to do, and just start with Shopify and test the waters and figure out how to sell, what I need to do, and all that great stuff. But once I do it, once I start selling, and understanding how to sell, making money, because really, honestly, my illusion right now in my apartment, I don't like it, and it's killing my spirit. So my first priority right now is to generate money. Of course, health and wealth goes hand in hand, but I'm going to generate money and at least try to get a better apartment or rent a house or buy a house. I'd like to buy a house, but we'll see. Or a apartment complex. That would be That would be even better. And I live in the apartment complex because I can pick whoever I want as my neighbors, you know. But at the same time, you know, I really need to really focus on health too. So I'm gonna do this Egyptian healing mineral stuff. You guys see how I look now, and I'm gonna continue to make videos. I will show you once I understand the Egyptian minerals and how they do it and what I need to do and do more research on it before I start taking anything. Because like I said, you can't read it, don't eat it. And if I can't read it, it ain't going in my mouth. But, you know, they're also saying that meat really isn't good for you. And I love the shit out of some steak. Shit, I'll eat a cow. So I gotta do more research on that because I know we need the protein and we need the iron, and a lot of that comes from meat. But there's supplements that you can take, you can eat too, something healthy. So I'm gonna look into that. But I am gonna do a store. I am gonna do these videos, and I am gonna connect my store to the videos. And also, you don't have to buy from my store. I'll tell you where I got it, and then you could go and look and see what, if you want to go there, or you could just go down to my store and buy whatever it is that you want to buy. It's fine. It's no big deal. But I've learned a lot. And I really do believe our human body in the Bible is really explaining, especially the brain, but it's breaking down the body in a poetic way. We don't talk like that anymore. And they kept the Bible like that, I believe, on purpose to confuse us. Because there's a lot of stuff in the Bible that I never understood. It's like, what do you mean? Well, I don't get that. You know, like, for instance, Adam and Eve. God had to put Adam to sleep to remove a rib from Adam to make a woman, and we really believe that? Really? Really? He created the universe with one slap, one big bang. They say it's a big bang. God slapped his hands and bam, big bang, and here we are. You know, God is almighty, powerful. Why he got to put Adam to sleep to take a rib and make a woman? What the fuck is that all about? And people took that literally. I never could take that literally. Like, why? As I'm doing quantum physics research, and I realized when I started looking at how the atom split, when the atom splits, that's a creation of life. So that story in the Bible about Adam and Eve, and God had to put him to sleep to remove a rib from his body to make a woman. And that's God Almighty. One snap of his finger, he's done. Why? One snap of his finger, Adam was made. Why he got to put Adam to sleep? But when I study quantum physics, what I've learned is the atom slows down, and it detaches. It will detach itself, and where it detaches, how it detaches and how it splits, it comes from the male portion of the atom, and that when it splits like. If you're a human body, and here's Adam, I'm Adam, and here's my ribs, when it splits apart, it comes from the area of the rib. And then here's the female portion. So, yeah, this is what I've studied. Now, I could be wrong. Please, if I'm wrong, correct me. But I've studied this, and I went through not just one person, about hundreds of them. And as I'm learning this, and they never put the Bible, the people that I've listened, they never put the Bible and the splitting of the atom together, ever. I'm going to find somebody that does this. But I believe in my heart. Now, I don't know. This is just what I've seen, what I know in the Bible, stories in the Bible in my head. And as I'm learning quantum physics, these stories of quantum physics kind of remind me of the Bible. So, and when the splitting of the atom is the creation of life. And as the atom splits, it just splits. It's like the flower of life. Okay? It looks like a flower of life. And that's what they're talking about in the Bible. It's about life and how the atom splits and it creates life. I mean, everybody that learned about the planets, everybody that learned about numbers, everybody that learned about letters, they all say the same freaking thing, and it all relates to the human body and the human mind. And it all goes back to the Bible. And then the Bible, and it breaks it down in little stories. It gives us stories, but the story you got to read between the lines. Isn't that something? They wanted to keep this from us forever. So all this information was burnt in Egypt, and it broke Cleopatra's heart. But it doesn't matter if they burn library books, because God is almighty. He'll just handpick everybody that he thinks is worthy. And he goes, here, put this information out. Here, put this information. How do you think they found out about the planets and the moons and the stars and what to do and how to do it? How do you think that happened? You know? Do you ever question that? Am I the only one on planet Earth that questions the shit out of the Bible that is not a quantum physics, that's a single parent, that really has nobody but herself and her children, and my older one is doing her own thing, so it's just me and my little one. So, am I the only one? Am I the only one that thinks that the Bible is based on the human body and the brain, and it's connected to the universe in a different way than we were taught? We were taught, come on, there's a part in the Bible, I'm going to find it, but there's a part in the Bible where it says one man had 700 wives. Okay, let's think about that for a minute. I always, when I was little, I was like, 700 wives, 700 wives. That's like a small city. How do you, one man with 700 wives? 700 periods, 700 emotions. Women continue to fight. Got kids running all around. Men don't like. They want to sit down and watch a football game, eat like popcorn and beer, or chips and beer. They don't want to sit there and deal with all that emotion. Fuck. 700 wives. 700 wives. 700 wives. I will never forget this. It was a story in the Bible. This guy had 700 wives. I'm like, really? Really? Come on, you've got to be fucking kidding me, right? Right? So, come on, 700 wives? Really? Really? Because if it could be done back in the day, I'm like, well, where's... Okay, a man, come on, a man can barely handle 3 women. Now, I mean, that's expensive. You got to take 3 women out. You got to dine and wine 3 women. You got to make sure they're taken care of. You know, men like to do that kind of thing. They want to take care of the bill. 700 wives. 700 wives. Till this day, even back anywhere that, in the Middle East, these men might have 10 or 12 wives. That's a lot, but none of them have 700. 700 wives. 700. You don't believe me? Go look it up. Go look it up. I mean, come on. It's all in the Bible. Some of them have hundreds of. I was like, how? Some women have babies at, I don't know, over 100 years old. So this is not logical to me. It was never, the Bible never meant logic to me. It was always like jibber jabber. It was like, what the fuck are they talking about? However, now that I've been studying quantum physics and studying the stars and the universe and learning about all of this, it made me go back to the Bible. It made me go back to how the Bible is written. And a lot of this reality stories that I'm learning about life goes back to the Bible. So I'm up racking my brain. Now I'm like, so... See, if I didn't want to get out of my apartment so bad, if I was comfortable with my living situation and getting this fixed income, and I can make it work. I can make myself happy. I would not be trying to generate more money to get out of here. It's taking a lot of my time because my mind wants to get back on, go back into my little shell and just study the shit out of quantum physics. I want to do that. I want to study about the stars. I lost so much time in that. And I just started doing this about 3 years ago. You know, quantum physics. And now the stars, I was doing some research on the stars, and I've been doing that now for about 6 months. But yesterday was intense. And man, I wish I could be on camera and be like, okay, and really speak properly. And I'm already at 19 minutes. Damn it. Anyways, And I could explain this to you. Maybe I could do in sections. I'll figure it out. But right now, my mind is really trying to get out of here. It's a nice apartment, don't get me wrong. It's just the area. I hate it. There's no my kid can't play outside. I have to put her in a after school daycare, and I'm missing time with her. I'm never going to get that time back, but I need her to be having fun. She doesn't have fun when she's home with mom all the time because, it's just me and her. She wants to play with kids, and there's no kids in my little neighborhood here. I need a neighborhood that has a great handful of kids, great parents, people that are into one another, that are kind and gentle and loving, and that could teach her. And I need to get her out of this environment like now, because if I don't, then when she becomes a teenager, it's going to be rough. And, I'm going to be a little old lady then. Anyways, I'm hoping that you guys have a really great day today. And I'm hoping that I'm able to do what I need to do to explain more of what I'm learning to you guys. Because maybe I could just do a little bit. Like there's the crucify of the cross is actually a planet. I think it's called Ceres. I'm not sure exactly what the name of the planet is. I'm just now learning this. But the planet comes every 9 months or every 7 to 9 months, and it comes around the Earth. And then what it does when it comes around the Earth, it hits the Earth in such a way where it reflects a cross. And that's just telling you spring is here. It's 4 seasons. It's based off of 4 seasons, and the Bible is based off of the 4 seasons too. So it just goes hand in hand. It makes sense. Everything I learned in the Bible that I was always stuck on, watching these quantum physics videos, just started making me go, hey, I read that in the Bible. Hey, that was in the Bible. Oh, that's what they're talking about in the Bible. My mind started going like that. I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. You can't take the Bible literature real. People are utilizing the Bible literature and hurting other people because they're actually taking it as literally. It's all poetry. And all I'm saying is, you don't have to believe me. I'm not asking you to believe me. This is what I've learned. And it's always good to go out of your box and learn a little more than what you were taught. Because as I'm waking up and I'm learning things that I wasn't taught in school, but was taught in school, it's kind of pissing me off. Christopher Columbus discovered America? Really? Really? No, people. He stumbled upon America. He was exiled out of France because he was a murderer. They kicked him off, sent him off because they thought the world was flat at that time. So they sent him off. Like, you're going to go falling down the waterfall. Because once you hit the other side, you're dead. So, send him off, got rid of him, but he didn't die. What did he do? He was almost dead, stumbled upon the beaches of America, and the Indians were here. My people, Cherokee, whatever, Blackfoot, Mexican, Indian, it was all Indians. Native Americans, my people. They had love. They were built off of love. And they went and they helped this motherfucker. I'm mad as fuck, but they helped him, brought him back to life, showed him how to use the ground to grow, showed him how to hunt, taught him everything, loved him. He played the game. He loved them, everything. And he went off and went back to France. And people were amazed because he came back looking extremely healthy. He came back with food. He came back with, and they just they really thought that the world was flat. So they really thought that he went over. So that he came back as a god. He was a god to these people, France or whatever. And he told them about the new land that he discovered. And he wanted boats and all of this great stuff to go down there just to what? Kill off my people. They raped my people. They killed the children. They killed the men. They killed the women. They killed everybody. For what? For this land. And then we celebrate Christopher Columbus Day. Santa Marina, Santa Monica, whatever the ship's names were, telling us that Christopher Columbus discovered America. In my head, since I was little, and I got kicked out of my 2nd grade class. She sent me to the office. I would say, well, wasn't the Indians here first? Wasn't the Indians here first? So how is he discovering America when the Indians were here first? They're not people? What? They're savages? Did you really think that you're teaching us that Indians were savages? So I'm going back and forth with my kindergarten for first grade teacher. She sent me to the office. She was so mad at me. Oh, well. So I always questioned everything. And, you know, and I bump my head. And when people tell me stuff, I don't really take it to heart. I listen to what they say, but then I do my own research and make my own mind up. That's what you need to do, too. Don't take my shit to heart. Just do your research. Because my mind is Christopher Columbus did not discover America. Christopher Columbus stumbled upon America, and he took America from the native Indians. How? By killing my people, raping my people, slaving my people, changing their ways, making them be domesticated, making them wear pants and clothes, making them look like the European. You know, I liked it better when they were in teepees and in feathers and smoking from a peace pipe. Shit. You know, we worship this motherfucker. We give him a holiday for that. That's like and Thanksgiving. That's like a rude reminder for me that we're celebrating for death. You know, God is in control over everything, and He allows things to happen for a reason. And I've never understood why, but, you know, it has to go hand in hand. There's evil and there's good, but it has to be equal medium. Unfortunately, it's not an equal medium right now. More evil is out than good. And that's what scares me the most. But like I said, God is in control of this. God has His hands upon this earth. I believe in Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, I do believe that Jesus Christ was the Son of God. And He came here to teach us this. And what happened? They killed Him. They murdered Him and called it crucified. Well, Jesus knew that He was going to be murdered. Jesus knew that He was going to be slaughtered. Jesus knew when He came down here, that was a job. Jesus did save us, but He saved us in a different way than where they're telling us. He saved us by giving us information, teaching us, showing us what to do to be connected to God. Heaven is within inside us. Go within and open the pearly gates of heaven. Go within and open the door to heaven. Come on. Jesus said that. So, you know, I do believe that Jesus is alive. But then, you know, I got to break down the name. And so every name in the Bible that is famous, I'm breaking those names down. I got to figure out what they mean. Because names and words, they're not just named just to be named. They're named for a reason. It represents something. And I'm going to break them all down and I'm going to figure it out. But, well, figure out enough. But there's probably so much to figure out that I can't figure out in a lifetime. But at least I could get a grasp of it. And if that's all I could do for the rest of my life, study quantum physics, then that's what I'm going to do. But I'm going to really start focusing on studying quantum physics when I get out of here. I got to leave here because this shit is killing me. I don't know. I just want more. I can't even open them. Okay, here, let me show you. Come on. Let me see. I don't like turning on my light because. Do you see that apartment complex? And that a patio. I hate it. I want a backyard. I want to be able to open up my doors. I want dogs running in and out of this house. I want maybe 2 dogs. I love dogs. I love cats. I love animals. I want to see the birds flying around. I don't want to go back there, and I can make it pretty, but I don't want people looking down on me all the time. Like, what's she doing? What's she doing? It's uncomfortable. It's even uncomfortable for me to go out there and hang out. I can't. I just got to go. So anyways, it's 29 minutes. Here we go again. But I said I was going to do this, so I'm doing it. It is driving me crazy. But, okay, so here I am, another day. I'm trying to manifest a better lifestyle, a better health, and I am doing research every day, trying to figure it out. And I am working very hard to get up out of here. And once I do, that's it. We're done. I'm going to continue to make videos because the next step I'm going to do is I'm going to learn so much about quantum physics, so much about the astronomy of the stars and how that works. And
I am going to do more research on the Bible, and then I'm going to put these puzzle pieces together the best that I can. And maybe somebody will see my video. It's like, hey, that makes sense, but I know this. Let's add this to it. Maybe I could start doing that where we could all break it down. Numbers have strength. So if you're with me, and if you're still listening to me, and if you question the Bible the way I did, and if you're just now starting to say, hey, wait a minute, the Bible and all of this kind of goes hand in hand, what does this mean? Then follow me. Because we are going to, I don't want you to follow me like, comment, or just put a video out there and shoot me a link to your video, and I'll watch it. If you know more than me about this stuff, and I'm just learning this myself, then let me know. Because really, honestly, I don't really care about the money. I mean, I do care about the money. We need the money to live, unfortunately. We need the fuel. But I think that we should be able to work together and try to find out the truth. Don't you? I mean, come on, we were lied to in school. And I'm talking to my 50 years up in group. And if you're younger, fine, you can listen too. But I don't get it. And I'm pissed. I'm furious. And every time Christopher Columbus, I'm like, I don't want her. I go to school when Christopher Columbus time comes around. I listen to the teacher. And I have to sometimes say to the teacher, kids, he stumbled upon America. He did not discover America. I'm in the class saying that. And of course, she's, oh, yeah. He stumbled upon me. But she has a protocol to follow. She has to teach the way she is told to talk. So I get it. But I'm not a teacher. I'm not getting paid. I have an opinion. And I will go in there. And I'm like, hey, there's a different opinion. There's a different advice. Okay, that's one way to look at it. But this is this way to look at it too. So keep your options open. Don't just stick to one thing someone says. Because if that's the case, then you're a follower. You're not a leader. And I know that we were all born to be leaders. Come on. Seriously. Okay? So I'm done. 32 minutes. Here we go again. I guess I'm just going to have to try to keep them at 30 minutes. Whatever. I'm actually doing these video logs for myself. I'm in a situation where I hate. I don't like living in poverty. I'm one step down of being homeless. Blah, blah, blah. You can watch my other videos. Woe is me story. Blah, blah, blah. But that's so what? Now I'm looking at the future. Now we're going to move on. And if I do move on, and if I do start accumulating the money that I need to make, and if I start accumulating the health I make, and I start looking better on this camera, my hair looks healthier. God. Wow, did I let myself go or what? Man. Then you'll get to see it on video, because this is all real. Where I live right now is real. And and honestly, I've been really trying to make a better lifestyle, and I've been doing little steps up. But this apartment is the worst. I mean, it's the biggest, but it's the worst. I hate the area. I hate where everybody's in their house. Nobody talks to no one, and everybody stays to themselves, which is a good thing, but they don't have a front yard to play in. It made a little teeny front yard, but it's like near the streets, and the kids only have a place to play in the parking lot, which I will not let my little girl play in the parking